Hello dear traders. Thank you very much for helping our project. Links in description. We will compare the main indicators of the corporation Spire Global Inc., ticker SPIR. The review is based on current information as of April 19, 2024. By classification Guru.Markets organization Spire Global Inc. belongs to the subcategory Space. 20 organizations take part in the assessment. This is quite representative. Let's start with summary data for the company. Let's look at each indicator in more detail a little further. If necessary, you can pause the video. You can consider all the parameters of the organization under study in detail. Access to the table with the structure of company tickers is free. Please share a link to this video with your friends. Thank you very much for your repost, as well as various other support. It all helps a lot in further work. Well, let's begin. Market capitalization of the organization Spire Global Inc. is $0.24 billion. Market capitalization of the subcategory is $14 billion. Spire Global Inc. has a share of 1.729% and is one of the small companies in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is $0.07 billion. With a balance sheet capitalization of the subcategory of $7 billion. Spire Global Inc. constitutes a share of 0.994%. Comparing the occupied shares of market and balance sheet capitalization, we see the following. Shares Spire Global Inc. in the subcategory when assessing market capitalization is 1.729%. The balance sheet capitalization is 0.994%, which is 43% less than the share of market capitalization. Assessment of the company's share of the market and book value of the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. Final company assessment Spire Global Inc. will be presented towards the end of the video. Please look at the progress of the analysis in full. The analyzed company's debt obligations amount to $0.129 billion. Debt to book value represents 184.3% of the company's equity. Assessment by the level of the company's financial liabilities. Bad, -1 point. The company's market value to profit ratio is 0. Average for subcategory 0. Evaluation of the stock price to earnings ratio in comparison within the subcategory. Very bad, -2 points. Profit for the last 12 months was -$64 million. Forward earnings for the next 12 months are unknown, which is very negative for the company. An assessment of projected future profit performance in comparison within the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. The company's value to revenue ratio is 2.3. The average for the subcategory is 1.7 and this is 35% higher than the average for the subcategory. Evaluation of the stock market value to revenue indicator in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, -0.5 points. Revenue for the last 12 months was $110 million. Forecasted revenue for the coming 12 months is unknown. And this is negative for the company's price. An assessment of the estimated future revenue indicator in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. If you are interested in such analytics, In this case, I kindly ask you to subscribe to us and click on the bell. The sales margin is minus 60.5%, with the average for the subcategory minus 16.3%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 44.2%. Assessment of sales profitability in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, minus 0.5 points. The company's share in terms of the number of employees in the subcategory is 1.242%, which is 39% less than the share of market capitalization. And this fact reflects the imbalance of the company's exchange price Spire Global Inc., probably towards revaluation. The amount of market capital for each employee of the company is equal to $575,000. And for the subcategory $413,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 39.2%. Estimation of the amount of capital per employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. The amount of profit per employee is $0,000. The average for the subcategory is minus $40,100. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is $40,000. Estimation of profit per employee in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Tolerable, minus 0.5 points. The organization's revenue per employee is $254,000. In the subcategory $246,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 3%. Estimation of revenue per company employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, minus 0.5 points. Shares short corresponded to 5.8%, with an average for the subcategory of 6.9%. This is a short squeeze indicator. Indicator RSI, 14, shows a level of 40% for the company Spire Global Inc. While for the subcategory the RSI level, 14, is approximately 39%. On average, securities of the subcategory are valued approximately the same as shares Spire Global Inc. Comparing the movement of a company's stock price Spire Global Inc. and subcategory shares. We can see that over the last 12 months the stock Spire Global Inc. showed dynamics of 69.9%. Against price changes in the subcategory minus 14.6%. This doesn't say anything definitively, but we need to take note of this fact. Before showing the final grade, we kindly ask. Make your own assessment Spire Global Inc. in the comments to this security assessment. We monitor comments and try very hard to respond to each one. The result is as follows. Minus 8 out of 10 points. The average result for the subcategory is minus 2.3 points. If you look very broadly, within the stock market in the aggregate. Note that the average score for the stock market as a whole is 0.3 points. Against the company's score of minus 8 points Spire Global Inc. Let's look at the table of orders. It is available to you. A link to it is in the pinned comment. The order table contains all publicly made decisions by the stock valuation information and reference System.GURU.Markets. Access to the order table is absolutely free and open. Link in pinned comment. As a result of the valuation of the company's securities Spire Global Inc. Guru.Markets. Open an order because Spire Global Inc. is the most overvalued company in the subcategory. It should be recalled that December 12, 2023, we published an order, ticker RKLB. Share Valuation Information System Guru.Markets. The following decision is made on this order. Close the order. The final profit was 26%. Many thanks to everyone for watching this video and for using the information and reference system Guru.Markets. You are all the coolest audience.